it's Monet with Sick Life, and today I am filming an Ikea haul. I'm so excited to show you some of the items that I got for my classroom coming up. For those that do not know, I will be the 4th grade ELA teacher at my new school, and I will probably have 100 to about 115 students this year. And so with that number of students, I really had to think long and hard at what type of system I wanted to have that would be effective and productive, and also like easy to organize and create like a functional system so that I'm not barred down with reading assignments and grades and things of that nature. So before I show you my Ikea items, I want to talk to you a little bit about my classroom procedures that I will have this year, and then maybe you might get some inspiration or some good ideas on how you can lower your paper flow inside of your classroom. So again, I really had to think about my large numbers and how I could best give feedback to them and interact with them and monitor their work and create an environment that they could collaborate in really easily. One block of students will be 25 to 28 students. And so I knew off the rip that I did not want a classroom full of stuff. Now, I do not have the luxury of storage cabinets or even a closet. My classroom is literally 4 walls, a door that they enter in, an emergency door, and a side window. So I don't have like storage galore. And I'm kind of happy I don't have that much storage, because I really want an open, comfortable environment. So I had to think, what could I do to make the most of my 4 walls? So this year I will be doing Google Classroom. I will be creating Google accounts for each of my students, and inside of the Google Classroom, that's where they would interact and do discussions, and I would have some activities they can do on there. I would have some videos that they can watch for second, I call it take 2. And basically what take 2 is, I'm going to record myself just giving a breakdown of the lesson or the breakdown of the strategy that I want them to be applying, and they can find that in Google Classroom, and they can rewatch it and do an activity to practice what they're relearning. Because as we know, sometimes people just don't get it the first time you talk about it or the first time you introduce it. And I thought the best way to meet that need would be to do take 2. So maybe that's a concept that you might want to consider. And recording really isn't difficult. We can record on our smartphones. We can record on our iPads that we may have at the school. We can record with camcorders. So recording is actually much easier than we think it would be. And I just wanted to again be able to meet the needs of those students that may not catch it the first time, and they can watch that at home. Google Classroom is accessible from anywhere that learner is. They know they know the URL and they know the passcode to get on. Some people lock there, some people don't. But I will be using that, and that's going to be the number one way that I'm going to cut down on my paper. Also, for assessments, I'm going to be using ZipGrade. If you have not heard of ZipGrade, I want to encourage you to check it out. ZipGrade is basically like an assessment app where you basically type in your roster, and it prints out these large scantrons, and students can use that scantron for every assessment. Now, you can't do written responses. I'm going to use Google Classroom for written responses, but as far as like multiple choice, true, false, those selective response type of questions will all be on my ZipGrade. Students get their scantron, they answer. You can take a picture of it on your phone or even on your iPad, and it automatically grades it and send that data straight to your computer. So that's why I like it. And I also like it, as soon as you take that picture, it'll tell you number 8 is wrong, number 12 is wrong, number 13 is wrong, and you can tell your students, hey, awesome job, you made an 83. Maybe you need to go look back at 8, 12, and 13, and then we can look back at it. Or, hey, let's talk about 8, 12, 13. How do you think you might have got these wrong? What was your thinking to select the ones you did? So it just makes it really easy to give that automatic feedback versus you getting a regular sheet of paper and you checking it and having to check everybody's, and then the next day trying to talk about it. No, cut all of that out, get zip grade. It makes it super fun and easy. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is interactive notebooks and binder portfolios. So on my supply list that I gave my school to give to my students for this year, I did ask that everybody buy a composition book and everybody buy a pocket binder. And so with that binder, we're going to use it as our portfolio, and we're going to be monitoring some activities that I really want them to complete to show mastery. That way when we do student-led conferences or parent conferences, or we do our exhibits at the end of the 9 weeks, parents, administrators, people from the county can just look and see how the students have applied what they know to different type of formats of learning. So as you see, I'm not going to have a lot of paper, and everything pretty much is going to be digital to a sense. So I knew I needed somewhere to store my interactive notebooks. I needed somewhere to store my binders, and that's about it. What I had to consider in my head before shopping. Now I can share with you some of the items that I got from Ikea. I want to now encourage you, if you do not have an Ikea family number or card, that may be something that you want to get. When I signed up to be an Ikea family member, they send me coupons, and they also give me great deals and discounts when I do go into the store. Not every time, but they alert me to when an item has been discounted and that when you should want to come in. They also alert you to when they're going to be doing demos inside of the Ikea store. So if you live near Ikea and you want to know when they're having those tent events and just other things inside of the Ikea franchise, definitely become a member. So when I went, I did have a coupon. Had a 25, I'm sorry, it's a gnat. Y'all can't see it. I see it. I did use my coupon. It was for $25 for every $150 spent. And of course, I spent more than $150. So let's get into my haul. Okay, so one thing that I got, one thing that I got were the stools. As you see, they're still in the pack. I have not assembled them yet. I bought 4 black stools for $4.99. Mind you, they do have stools at not the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and those are $5, and they come in turquoise, turquoise and gray that I've seen. So if anybody's seen in green, they come in green, turquoise, and gray. So if you want to get stools that are reasonable, that are about $5, you can either do these Ikea ones that come in black, or you can find a Dollar General and pick up their stools. So I plan to have 4 black ones, and I'm going to go to Dollar General. I bought some 2 years ago and they lasted 2 years. My students just recently broke the last 2 because they like to lean back in them. Yeah, not following the flexible chart whatsoever, but they bent the legs in, and I was like, you know what, Monet, just go and buy some more. So I'm gonna buy 4 turquoise, and they're gonna go to my tables. The next item that I bought from Ikea that I knew I was going to need is a drill. As we know, everything from Ikea has to be built, and I didn't want to look around my house or borrow from my parents, so I just bought my own one that I am literally going to keep in my purse because I'm a teacher. That's what we do. The next thing I bought was this organizer, and if you couldn't see, it has a compartment right here, a compartment right here, and then it has 3 compartments down here. I plan to put this in the middle or the last shelf of my cart. I got this tub. I bought 4 of them. It rolls, I plan to put the interactive notebooks inside of them. I like that they're stackable and that they roll so they can be easily manipulated. Another thing that I got from Ikea was the giant pencil. I mean, really, I am the ELA teacher. I cannot have the pencil. Look at it. It's so cute. But literally, I honestly got it because I will have 2 carpets in my classroom, and I'm allowing students to work on the floor, and so I wanted there to be some form of comfort there, and so I figured these would be really good. You know, you plop up like this and you read, or you know, just have some support. But again, it's a pencil. I'm a reading teacher. We're meant to be, right? Okay, so yeah, I bought 2 and I can't wait to see how they look on the floor, and I think I'm gonna be very, very protective over them, but it's all good. All right, so there are some items that I got from Ikea that are simply too heavy and not assembled at this current moment. So I'm going to just put pictures inside of here and tell you how I'm going to use them. So they had their shelving units on sale. I bought a shelf that had 8 boxes and a shelf that had 4 boxes, and I plan to have them along my wall underneath my whiteboard and smartboard, and that's where the students will keep their binders. I wanted them specifically to purchase pocket binders because we know that you can put tabs on the outside, and so that way the tab can face the person and you can literally like just grab your binder off the wall. I also purchased 2 tables. They're called Tarendo. I'm not saying it right. I mean, does anybody really say Ikea names correctly? No, but I will leave the names below. So I bought 2 of those tables. I plan to hopefully sit 2 to 4 depending on the day and the lesson, and you know, they might put 6 because of course, you know, it has, you know, this side and this side. So whatever they want to do, I don't care, as long as they're working. I also purchased the cart, the also famous Ikea cart that everybody is raving about. I've been wanting one for a while, but I didn't need one. So I didn't get it. But this year I need that cart because I will not have a teacher desk, so that means I won't have a central location to put my tools and resources, and I'm going to be jumping from group to group and student to student within my classroom, and I thought that having a cart that could be just as mobile as myself would be very helpful. So I will have that cart to like store all of my important stuff. So those are all the items that I purchased from Ikea. It wasn't that many things because again, I'm not trying to go broke, and I was very, very specific with the things I wanted to get. I knew that I needed storage stuff, but I didn't want bulky stuff because again, I want my room to be very open. If you have any questions about the items that I purchased from Ikea, again, I will list their name and their price in the description box below. I will also leave a link for Zipgrade so you can check it out or read more on it. And if you have any questions on anything else, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, do so. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Talk to you soon. Take on.